Good morning and welcome to the MotherJana channel. Today is the second installment of this weird video thing we're doing. And what it is called today is Friday Confessional. So what I did was asked some MotherJana followers if they would write to me some questions that they had, because I think that there are a lot of us out there who grew up Catholic or had some sort of Catholic influence and really sort of wrestled with this idea of confession. In one way, it's kind of this beautiful thing that if something is weighing on you, you go to this beautiful place and you talk to this person who seems to be spiritually ascended or wise in some way, and you reveal what's in your heart and you reveal your pain, and he sort of sets you free of that or tells you what you need to do to atone for it. The problem is I don't think that works for people. I don't know that those guys in those booths with those robes on really know what they're talking about. Many of them have not even had sex or an intimate relationship. And maybe they have in a really bad way. And so I have nothing against them, because it's to devote your life to God. That's an honorable thing. To devote yourself to your community is very honorable. But changes need to happen. And so the message that I would send, and that I've been taught through my tradition, which is a mix of, Eastern spiritual wisdom, yoga philosophy, and Quakers, is that really at any time, any moment, you have access to that higher knowledge. All you have to do is ask. But the problem is we get in the way. We don't know how to listen. So anytime you offer a prayer to God, God answers. God's this vast, huge thing, but there are ways in which God will respond to you. Unfortunately, we don't know how to listen. We haven't been trained. We haven't been taught. And we have a ton of thoughts and emotions in our bodies that make it hard for us to hear. So we don't know how to tune in. So there's a practice that you have to sort of adopt of meditation or contemplation, so that when you do ask those questions, you're prepared to hear. So you really don't need to go to anybody else to be cleansed inside. You just need to trust in yourself and take that time for yourself and practice and have that discipline of sitting with yourself and communing with God. But for the sake of the fact that sometimes we just can't listen, we don't know, we need some advice, we need some wisdom, I'm starting this Friday confessional for a chance to just tackle some of these difficult spiritual questions that come up in people's lives, and maybe they don't know where to go or where to turn to. So here's an opportunity. And I've done a little bit of looking over these questions, and they're hard. So I don't know how I'm going to answer them. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to start with my wine as water, because I do not drink wine anymore. It gets me all messed up in the head. It makes me really tired. I fall asleep on the couch at 7:30, and it makes me a little loopy. But water, always good, and I do like my wine glass. So we'll start out with that. And also, I need to look at the right part of the camera. I think I keep looking at that red button because I like the color red, if you can't tell. All right, so starting out a little bit with Milk and Honey, Rupi Kaur, fun book of poetry that I got in a Dublin bookstore. Little quick poem for you. Maybe this is called a haiku. I haven't counted the syllables, but You look like you smell of honey and no pain. Let me have a taste of that. So I'll give you a taste of that. All right, here we go. Let's see what the first question is. What first question for the MotherJana confessional? All right, this is a long one. All right. Dear MotherJana, I don't want to have sex with my partner because I'm so mentally exhausted and I feel bad about that. What should I do? Tara from Tara. Tara, I have been there. I was married for 11 years, 3 kids. Lots of strife and struggle about sex. That became a pretty intense issue toward the end of my marriage. So what I would say to you is that sex is about a loving connection between 2 people. It is such a beautiful thing to be able to connect with somebody in that way. It's one of the great pleasures of life, just like drinking water, eating, sitting in a garden, having the sun fall on your shoulders. But I get why a person might be mentally exhausted. You have a lot going on. And for women, I did a lot of research on this kind of stuff. For women, when we're stressed and sort of strung out and we don't have energy because we're giving and giving and giving, we just have nothing left to give to our partner when it comes to sex. Because it's a very generous act. You're essentially sharing your body with another person. And it should be somebody that you trust, because your body is this amazing gift. Your yoni, we'll call it yoni instead of vagina because I like yoni better. It kind of encompasses more. It is like a treasure. It is such a treasure of pleasure, if you want some rhyming. And so you don't want to, if you have this box of goodies, you don't want to treat it like crap. You don't want to just throw it away and just go through the motions with it, right? You want to really enjoy it. So I would suggest that rather than focusing on pleasing your partner and subscribing to an idea that one must have sex in order to check the box of a healthy relationship, I would say you got to take time for yourself. Do what relaxes you, what pleases you, what turns you on. And that doesn't mean turning on means, oh, I got to go look at porn, or I got to I don't know, wear sexy clothes or buy sexy lingerie. I mean, sure, if that works, fine. But most of the time, it's deeper than that. And it's that you don't feel like you have the resources within you to give and share with someone else because you're not giving yourself enough of that energy. So I would suggest finding ways each day to build up your own storehouse of energy so that you are a fucking powerhouse. And when you're with your partner, he is like, wow, I'm fucking the luckiest man in the world. 10 minutes a day, Tara. Just 10 minutes a day. Start with that. I think 20 is a little better, but start with 10. See what you can do. Solve up all your problems. All right. One more question. This video is getting long. All right, let's see. Oh, Jesus. How can I learn to trust again when my trust has been broken in my relationship? From Lynn. Trusting is like the hardest thing. Faith, so much about faith is about trust. And unfortunately, you know, I can speak from my own experience, and I'm sure many people would agree. We have this problem sometimes of trusting other people before we trust ourselves. And there was this I had this story that I actually wanted to write about, and maybe I still will, but it was about this podiatrist, the podiatrist with the heart of gold, seriously. Yeah, so my daughter was experiencing some like walking issues when she was younger, and I thought I should get this checked out. So it was like a friend of the school, a guy who was a podiatrist. So I reached out to him and I said, you know, my daughter's having these issues. Can you, and as far as I knew, he didn't work with children. So I said, can you recommend somebody who you would trust to take a look at her and give me some good guidance? And he wrote back and said, the person I would trust most is myself. And then he talked about scheduling an appointment. And that hit me. Whoa. Would I have the confidence to say the person I trust most is myself? No, I did not have that then. And I think most of us walk around without that kind of trust, because we have been taught from an early age, especially by religious institutions, and then through other kinds of institutions that just want to make money off of us all the time, that, you know, you don't really know, and you got to look out here and over there, and buy this webinar, and give us this credit card, and come to this place on Sunday, and we'll tell you how it goes. And then you don't know how to trust yourself because no one's telling you to look inside. So in terms of trusting again, I think this is your inner work, Lynn. This is you coming to terms with the fact that maybe you put faith in someone who disappointed you. Forgiveness is always possible, but what you can do is really build up that foundation within you so that you trust yourself. That you feel in your body when something's off, and you trust that you're not wrong, that if you're feeling that, there probably is something off. And it's not about getting caught up in your head of, oh, all the imagination. No, it's about, in my body, how does this feel? Can I trust this person? If you feel in alignment, you're going to feel calm. Your whole belly, this whole area is going to feel just calm. But if something's wrong, there's going to be this little poking sensation that's telling you, yeah, and something's not right. So your work is to get in your body on a regular basis so that you feel clear. So that when your body starts to speak to you, you know what it means, or you can start working with that higher power, that creator, and saying, I need some help, I need some guidance. And I'll tell you, my phone started ringing. So I think my video got a little aside. But anyway, that bigger power is going to come in. And you're going to connect with it. And that kind of trust, right? I am empowered to do whatever I need to do in this life. I'm empowered to make the decisions I need to make. And I will be able to make those decisions as they come up. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't tell the future, and I can't change the past. But I trust that each day I'm going to be able to figure this out. So that's, I think, where you want to focus your trust. Always in the power that's within you, the power that's in the divine that keeps you humble and open and searching, and in that union of the two, then you can go forward with making decisions that are right for whatever situation you're in. So, I think I've had enough of a spiritual workout today. And I have a few questions. All right, you know what? I'm going to do one more because we need a fun question to end this, to wrap this all up. We need something a little lighthearted from somebody who's a goofball. So let's see, is this, I know there's one in here. I'm going to find it. The one that's a little lighter. So Jack wrote to me, what is your celebrity fantasy? And to be honest with you, there's like, I can't think of one celebrity that I'm really interested in a sexual way. I mean, I guess this is supposed to be a sexual question because I know this person, and that's where he goes. So like, you know, there's George Clooney. You know, he's pretty classy, but I just don't have any interest. So to be honest with you, my celebrity fantasy right now is to like go to Oprah's house and sit with her and have all these conversations with her, because I just love Oprah. She's just, that woman is a strong, sturdy tree, rooted in the ground, built herself by herself, of course with the help of others, but she created that foundation within her, and she just grew, and she was so rooted in her own faith, her beliefs, her determination, her value system, her compass. So my celebrity fantasy is to sit and drink water with Oprah in wine glasses. So this is the second installment of MotherJana's video series. You know, let me know what you think if you feel so inclined, but we will be doing Friday confessionals. So if you have any questions you want to write in, you can go to MotherJana.com. Jana spelled Jana. I've always been spelling that ever since I was 5 years old, people. Jana, MotherJana. And you can find my email, or you can use the contact form. You can also find a link to the YouTube channel to write in anything that you'd like to write in, questions, concerns, you know. Okay, fine. If you want to have a concern, sure. And that's it. Cheers.